Time is fleeting. Memories will always be there, even if they become very vague and like lost into the ether. You'll still remember like the important things, the important feelings. Eventually everything will disappear, but the memories will remain as long as we remain. You should always be 100% you. If people don't like you, that's on them. Always be 100% you, unapologetically. Let the world see who you are. And that's what people should enjoy you for. The things that make you unique and special. Hi, Futan. Just want to ask, how do you deal with your super down mood? I had bad times these days, so I hope you have a good day. Basically what you're doing right now, I tend to relax and have a nice chill day. Whatever you want to eat, you should eat. Whatever you want to drink, you should drink. If you need to just stay in bed for the whole day, you should stay in bed. Watch things on my case, my phone, so I never even have to move from my bed. I just load up YouTube videos and shit like that, and just whatever you have to do. There are some times that you just literally can't do anything, that you just have to stay in bed all day. Life be like that sometimes, and at that point you just have to listen to your body. If you try to fight it, it's going to end up making it worse. So just take a day or two off, relax, enjoy yourself, and then bounce back out eventually. Escapism. Yep, gaslight yourself. Gaslight yourself. Will it be bad to have no one to talk about stuff? Kind of, but I mean, yeah. Personally, I don't really talk to many people about anything, but then I jump on stream and just, yeah, get through my own kind of therapy session by being like, hey guys, here's what happened with dog today. Isn't that sucky? And then I like write it into my stories and make other people cry about things, and like, yeah, that's how I deal with my things, because I don't have many friends in real life. But I mean, yeah, if you feel like you're lonely, then it's definitely good to reach out. There are ways to like meet people that are safe. There are places you can go where there are like even services where you can, I don't mean like paying for friendship. I mean like there are services that can help you connect with people. There are also just the fact that you can find people like online as long as you do it safely. And you can also just like, you know, try to reconnect with people from your past. Your family? That would be pretty painful. If you can have a family member, like at least they're kind of stuck with you. But yeah, having someone to talk to is kind of important. It's good to like help, be able to reach out to people when you need it. And maybe you can, yeah, even do what I do. Just go ahead and start a channel if you want and start talking about things. See if you can find a community that like talking about those things. Join a Discord community, make a family there. I would say that, but at the same time, like definitely make sure you're very safe with that, because you never know who you're dealing with online. And some people may be out to try and do nefarious things. So yeah, always important to be safe online as well. It's hard in the adult world, honestly. Like when you're a child, you're forced to like hang out with your peers and stuff. Once you become an adult, yeah, it's harder. It's really difficult when you're an adult. The forced social time is much more limited, so there are fewer opportunities, yeah. And especially like when it comes to like work friends as well. Like you're technically being paid to be there, you're on the clock. And also there's the uncomfortableness of like, who is just trying to like climb the ladder kind of thing. Like work, you need it to survive. It's not like school where it's like you can go to a different school, you can just move on with it whatever you want to. With work, if you start to like fall out with people, or if, yeah, you happen to get shitty people to work with, you kind of have to be like decent to everyone rather than trying to actually make specific friends and everything. But yeah, people like to socialize in places like that, parks, gyms. Oh god, please ask a more social person about this. Discuss it in chat. I don't know. I hate people. So yeah, if you feel like you need a community to talk to, yeah, there are many options out there. There are many services, there are many online options, and there are many chances to like find people in the adult world. Me like, yeah, this is places where people have approached me and I have shut that shit down immediately. Feeling depressed and disappointed in yourself, yeah, especially when you've committed that much time to any kind of direction. Realizing, hey, I put so much time into this and now I dropped it and I've lost all that time. It was basically a waste of everything. So yeah, I can see why you'd feel depressed about that, but the simple fact is, if you wanted to make it as your job for only 2 years, it didn't go well in the end, maybe it isn't supposed to be your journey. Maybe you're supposed to go in a different direction. Maybe you're supposed to take what you've learned there, take the skills, and go towards something that you actually prefer doing. And that'll be the more interesting thing. Plus, it'll be an interesting story to tell later in life. No matter what it was, if you worked for 2 years on it, it's just one of those things you have as a backup, as a skill in your life. It's always good to have things like that. And maybe it will work out. If you feel like you're done with it and ready to move on, then that's okay. Do it. It's better to move on now while you can, rather than put like 5 years into it and then still feel like it's not going well. But if you want to keep going for now, definitely keep going for now. It's up to you when you actually decide, yeah, this isn't for me. You can change career paths at any time in your life. I know people that have been doing one thing for like 30 years and then changed their career path and found something they were really good at. There are even like authors, writers, artists, painters, everything, who have only started once they actually retired and realized that, oh shit, they actually had talent for this. They could have been doing it their whole life. They just didn't realize they had a talent for it because they were so busy with work all the time and earning actual money. So yeah, you never know when you're going to find your passion. You never know when you're going to find what was actually makes you you. So take your time. You've done this for 2 years. If you want to keep going for a while, keep going for a while. If you genuinely think, no, it's just not going to get any better, then yeah. Losing 2 years of your life, yeah, it kind of sucks, but it could be worse. If you feel like it's time to move on and try some other things. Sometimes you do just need a break, and you do just need to take a step back. You need to get away from work. You need to clear your head. You need to get off social media. And you need to remember what's important to you. Because that's one of the biggest things. Like, a lot of people put too much of their focus on what other people think of them. And then they start to accept that. Like, they see what people are saying about them online or behind closed doors. They hear rumors. And then that starts to build up in your mind. You think anybody who's looking at you a certain way probably thinks the same. Most of the time, not true whatsoever. So you start to convince yourself that that's what everybody thinks about you. When all you should really be worried about is who you actually are. Who you know you are. You should know who you are. And you should be able to figure out exactly the person you are, what you're doing with your life. Look, life isn't about going in straight lines. Life is about going wherever your own imagination takes you. If you just want to go in straight lines, it's just boring. Just get to your fucking end already. We're all heading to the same conclusion anyway. So yeah, I go to that boring conclusion so quick. Why not take a lot of diversions and have a lot of fun with them? At some point, you've got to realize you're working too hard and like take time off to make sure your health is the #1 priority. And that's an important thing for me to say to all of you as well, which I won't say in the Lagarde's voice, because he certainly wouldn't say that. Just all of you, no matter how much fun you're having with something, it doesn't matter. You still need to make sure you're doing healthy things. You're making healthy decisions. You're taking care of health as #1 priority. There's a lot of things you can put off, but when it comes to health, you always have to make sure you're balancing that first and foremost. Yeah. The strongest you could be is to be kind even in hardship. Yeah. It's one of the best things you ever learn in life, is to just like take a second and compose yourself before you deal with someone else, and like get your own emotions in order and be like, okay, let's try to be nice to this person. Because like that person just said, you never know when just like words will do something big. You never know if somebody's having a bad day, but you also never know if somebody's just having an average day, but they also don't get kindness too much. Like, I remember when I was like full on hikikomori style, I would only go out at night and I was like scared. Like nowadays, I'm still like, I hate crowds. That's why I loved moving out of London, being away from a big city and being like in a mountain. But I remember like one of the times when I first like, I had to get a job. That's what pulled me out of the hikikomori style and like the agoraphobia style and hating people in general kind of thing, was I had to get a job because we needed money in the household. And yeah, one of the best things that happened to me at that point was just going to a store and just, I forget what it was I was paying for. It was just like a corner shop in London, but then just having somebody just smile at me in such a nice way. Because that doesn't happen in London. It's very, like in America, it tends to be a big thing. They have like the big, like the customer is right mentality. And even though they can occasionally be rude, it's mostly like, oh, what will it be? Oh, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. In London, it's very much like the shop workers do not give a fuck. They don't look at you. And I kind of like that for the most part. It's like, just give me my item. I give you the money. I walk away. But yeah, that particular day, I just remember like somebody like gave me like a very genuine feeling smile and said like, have a nice day. And it was like one of the first places I'd been like during the daytime. And it was like, oh shit, that felt nice. And yeah, you just feel a bit nicer just about the tiniest fucking things. I think that's just most big cities, honestly. Yeah, we've talked about it before on these kinds of streams. I forget what it's called, the rat population problem, where they did an experiment with rats where they put like way too many rats in way too small of an area, and like they just started going nuts and eating each other and giving up on life. Like if you had enough space for the rats, they were fine. They would like live healthily, they would each like fulfill social dynamics, they'd be fine. But yeah, when they put them in too small, a cramped condition area, they just started hating life, they started hating each other, and they started murdering each other. I feel like that's very much city life. When you never get any alone time, when you never get any nature, when you never get away from your problems, like that many people who could be having a bad day influencing each other with their bad days. Everybody needing to get places real quickly because you're in a big city and everybody's in your fucking way. Shit happens. Shit happens. People hate each other. Yeah, it's fine to be introverted. It's fine to do things your own way. You just do things whatever way you want. Find the people that you like and surround yourself with them. Don't try to blend into other people because you'll never be happy around them. Instead, just find the people you legitimately like being around and be yourself around. Keep working on it. No matter what level you're at, you can always get better. And I'm sure you're better than you think you are anyway. Like, that tends to be a thing that a lot of people do. They look at their own progress and they hate it. But you're getting better and that's all that matters, and I'm glad you're enjoying the journey. You are not your illness. You are whatever you want to be. The illness is just a part of you and it has nothing to do with how you are perceived by the world. Just something that you maybe have to share every now and then to explain things to other people. And on another level, yeah, it does help to see other people actually talk about things like that and feel that connection. To realize that there are other people in the world. You never know what anybody's going through, especially when it is like a silent problem. You just see somebody on the bus someday. You just wonder what's up with them. Why are they being so rude? Why do they look angry? It could turn out that they're in intense pain and just trying to get through the day. And that's how a lot of people in the world. Some people are just dark because they have to do their own shit to deal with. I get that feeling when it feels like no one around you connects to you. And so you need to, yeah, find that elsewhere. But thank you for donating the food funds. And also, yeah, very much thank you for the sweet message of like trying to get out of your comfort zone. Trying to chat and chat, but then also, yeah, trying to meet other people in real life. Trying to go out of your comfort zone and realize, yeah, take that courage. Take it and feel more comfortable to try other things. Be more comfortable in your own skin and therefore not care as much about what other people think. Be happy enjoying the things that other people maybe will find weird and unnatural and just be like, what they want doesn't matter to me. I'm just having fun. I'm doing my own thing, and if they're more worried about what I'm doing than their own damn lives, that makes them boring, insignificant people. Be comfortable whoever you are. Be comfortable especially with whatever you like. Be passionate about it. Even if it makes you look weird to other people, if that's what you're passionate about and they find you weird for that, fuck those people. They're not who you want around you. They're not the people you actually want to appreciate being around you. They're not worth it. If you be completely yourself, then you surround yourselves with people that actually enjoy you, rather than if you're being fake and just get surrounded by people who only like the fake you and end up hating the real you when you finally let it slip. So yeah, it's better to be yourself and just enjoy that. Enjoy that. Surround yourself with people who enjoy you and who you can enjoy, and then you can get to be truly yourself. Find people who support you for who you are and get you to grow as a person that way, rather than trying to hide shit and ended up burying it down and exploding at some point. There is nothing as valuable as time, so you have to always spend it properly. Never make yourself feel like you're wasting time. If you're wasting time, that's the worst thing you can possibly do in life. Always make sure that you're having fun in your own way, whatever way that is. As long as you're happy with what you're doing, don't worry about what anybody else thinks. But yeah, never feel like you're wasting your own time. Just living is quite a cool thing. Yeah, we all need times where we just live. Eventually, you'll find your passion and guide your way to it. Whether it becomes a job or just something you do for fun. Just surviving is enough sometimes. There are some times you can go even months just trying to survive. It doesn't really matter if you're big-brained. I mean, that's the thing. It's one of the things that people say a lot with like, oh, my community is so smart, my community is so creative. And it's true, but at the same time, each individual is each individual. I'm sure everybody is good at something is the important thing. Everybody is their own well-rounded person. I'm not particularly good at anything. I'm not particularly good at writing, and yes, I've had writer's block forever, even though I can still consider that my thing. But yeah, I'm not particularly good at anything. I'm just kind of well-rounded and basic at a bunch of random things. But yeah, everybody has like, they're all uniquely you. That's all that matters, as long as you're having a good time. I think being more kind to ourselves is like a big one for everyone. We tend to be our own harshest critics most of the time. And it sucks, because most people don't judge us the way we judge ourselves. We just overly frustrate ourselves about things. And we really don't need to. The others are going to call you weak. They'll judge you for things that they don't understand. They'll never truly comprehend the different battles that other people go through. They'll only belittle you based on their own skewed vision of life. And guess what? You're going to let them. Because you are weak and pathetic. Isn't that what you want? Be seen as nothing but meat, existing to be consumed and devoured, breaking yourself down on someone else's path and being abandoned by the wayside? No. Then quit this shit. Anyone who gives a damn about you doesn't need you to work until you break. They want you to take all the breaks you need to stay healthy and complete the objective. That's the only way you'll ever become strong. The ideal you? What's the ideal you? You should be the ideal you. You can turn yourself whatever way you want to be. You have to love yourself before anyone else. You have to understand what makes you special. You have to understand that there are going to be people that accept you. There are going to be people that understand you. And anybody who doesn't, they're just not worth your time. Why would you stress yourself out by trying to be an ideal version for somebody else when you can instead just be exactly what you want to be? That's the thing. If people don't like you at your worst, they do not deserve you at your best. People tell my life tell me how they're worried about me because I'm wasting my golden years. Again, why are you letting other people judge your behavior? You don't even know what your golden years are going to be. A lot of people say your 20s is when you have the most fun. My 20s fucking sucked. My 30s so far have been absolutely incredible. And who knows, maybe it'll only get better from here on out. Everybody's saying like 40 is the new 30 and 50 is the new 40, and honestly, the way technology is going, eventually age isn't going to even matter because we're all going to be in some sort of online virtual reality bullshit anyway. You can be any age and enjoy whatever you want to at your own time. You need to realize that you are important too. You can take time off. You can tell people no. If something is hurting you, if something is stressing you, even if you just don't want to do something, you can say no. You can prioritize yourself. You are so important. And if you don't look after yourself, how are you going to be able to help anyone else in the future? You have to learn to love yourself. You are so important to so many people that you don't even realize. But take care of yourself. Love yourself. Know that you're all important in your own unique way. Know that I'm thankful for you being here. I'll just give you another head rub. Oh, Good job. You've worked hard. I'm so proud of you for whatever you've done today. And if it's still early in the day for you, you still have time to do something else today. To take care of somebody else, to take care of yourself, to do whatever you want to do, achieve whatever you want to achieve. Just take a first step in that direction. And if you don't know what you want to achieve, maybe just start looking into those kinds of things. Just enjoy yourself while you can and see what inspires you in the world. And when you find what inspires you, chase it. Because you deserve to achieve your dreams. And nobody should be able to stand in the way of your dreams. You are amazing. You have survived this far. You were born of stars. And in the future, you will return to that vast universe. We only get this one life, so don't let it pass you by. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Everybody should know you are valid. You are whoever you are unique and special. You have strengths in your own way and you deserve to be loved and cared for. There's always a rainbow after a rain? Not necessarily. But there is always a silver lining to every grey cloud. Do not be led astray, my sheep. And I will catch you guys next time.